Well, howdy everyone. Nice to have you moseying on in today. We're going to be celebrating Pixar today with Pocahontas measures 116 to 130, the last part of the song for Savages. Here's your A. D. G. A higher C. And high E. Okay, so I'm going to take this instrument by instrument today. However, some of the rhythms and bowings I would like everyone to pay attention to, and you never know what characters might pop up, so pay attention. We're going to start with first violins and measure 116. The first thing that I want you to notice here, rhythm-wise, is that we've got a lot of slurs, but they're still eighth notes, right? So 116, let's clap and count it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Rest. 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go into a slower tempo with a reprise or a replaying of Colors of the Wind to finish off this whole part of the song. Okay, so then let's talk about bowing. Notice how at 116, every time we have da da da, it starts again with a down bow. Down, switch, down, switch, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. And then this is going to be kind of like a hook bow. I wouldn't mind it if it was that there's no articulation written under that B, though you should probably do that as a faster up bow, make it kind of like a hook. I wouldn't mind if you had a staccato marking on there. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 2, 3, up. And then at 124, we do pretty much the same rhythm again for a couple of measures. Skip to 126. I'll just bring my music over here. I don't know why I'm bending off screen. At 126, down, up, down. Remember, these are tremolos. Down, 2, 3, 4. Slow, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Let me give you a little bit of what that sounds like. Here's the bowing at just measure 116. 1, 2, ready, and whoops. Now, don't make too big of a motion to get that down bow again. It really could just stay right where you are, or just tilt and lean in a little bit more. And so forth, okay? Let's talk about the notes. Here is the next measure, measure 117. You have B, it starts with G, right? G, A, B, E flat, D natural, C natural, low 2, right? So in this pattern, just for this measure, you have pattern, you have a low 1. You also have for the E flat a low 4, and then for that C natural you have a low 2. Here it is again. But make sure that that 1 comes back up for the next measure, okay? And then you have a high 2 for the F sharp in measure 119. And it is a high 2 for that B natural at the end of the measure. Here's pick up to 124. Now you can see why the rhythm matters right here, because it's double timing. It's slowing down before. It's a way to make it more dramatic, to show you that it's also coming to a conclusion or a climax. And just a reminder how you do tremolos in measure 127. This applies to first and second violins. D sharp, right? High 3. And a close 4th finger. Oh, sorry, that's just a normal note. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, that's how that part goes. I'm not going to bow the rest of it. You guys got the idea. Let's go to second violin. You have the rhythm down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Same for you, viola at 116, right? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Here's what it sounds like on second violin. Make sure that you're doing mezzo fortes and the sforzandos, the SFZ symbol on the 4th note. That's supposed to make it pop out a lot louder. If you've heard the song, if you watched the movie, da 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 da. Okay, that's what the accompaniment is doing. It's making it very aggressive sounding. All right, enough talk. Let's play. Okay. And then you also have the same notes that the first violin had in measure 117. Rewind to that. Remember, low 1, low 4, low 2. Okay? And then you have the same thing as measure 116 in measure 118. Going on. In measure 119. Oops. B. Yep, you have a little bit of a melody, but then you're back out of it. 1, 2, 3. D sharp can be played the same as an E flat. Okay, just a little bit lower than your E, or halfway down between where your first finger would be and your nut. Okay, that's where D sharp lies. Make sure you bring it back up for 124. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have those tremolos on A. It might be better if you play those with fingers instead of open string, and so forth. Okay, that's the second violin part, without bowing, of course. Viola. You also have the rhythm da, 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 just with half steps though. You have B's and C's. Again, sounds like Chaz, doesn't it? Like we had before. And then you have a low G. Then you have an A, and then you have a B flat. So a low 2, correct? And then you have an E flat. Then you have D, C. Don't forget to put everything back where it was. Those accidentals are canceled out in the next measure. Don't forget the sforzandos. Measure 119. You're just down on a G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you're going to start the next part up bow, okay? And this also matches the rhythm for you cello players, okay? So you're going to have up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then you split at the next measure. Oh, no, you don't. Down, up, okay? That was between measures 119 and 123, okay? Let's talk about the notes you're playing for viola. You have that C, C. Let me play it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, and. Whoops, sorry, I'm scratching strings here, not doing tunnels. Whoops, start with up bow. Here we go. Here is measure 129. 1, 2, ready, and. And then you have a D sharp, right? Same thing as an E flat. But make sure that you get that reset so that you don't confuse it later on in the next measures. Going on to that B. Yes, B. Then you have measure 123 where you slur. Sorry, it's going to take my brain a second. G. No, that wasn't quite right. B, B, and then a C. Okay, I'm gonna quit embarrassing myself on that right there. Okay, so then you have at 124 the same thing that we had at 116. Ba-ba-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-da. With those B's and those C's, sounds really cool. Then you have, I'm sure you guys can phase up. 2, 3, 4. And then at 127, I'm gonna need you guys to pretend like we're playing this together and play out, because you're the only ones with moving rhythms right there. Okay, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, kind of like they had before. You hear the notes right here. That's an F's. Right? You have kind of the same melody that they had before, but it is slurred this time. So if you had in mind down, up, down, up, down, not quite, down, up, and make sure that each new direction you're doing a good accent. Down, up, okay? Should sound something like this. Oops. I don't know how you guys live with shoulder rests. I hate shoulder rests. Okay. Alright, and by the way, right there, notice how I'm touching between the two strings. You don't have to switch your finger at the same time as your bow. You can make it a lot easier on yourself. Okay, nice accents right there. And then next measure is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so you're going to start the next measure on an up bow. Same with you, cello, right? Measure 130, down, up, down. Okay. All right, cello. There's only one measure that I'm really worried about you getting, and it involves going into third position. All right, so we're gonna start at measure 116. You'll see here that you have the same melody as the violins did, with the same bowings, the same articulations. And then 117, what on earth are you going to do to get this G, A, B, then E flat? That's what it sounds like if I stay in first position as much as I can. But life wasn't built to be just in first position, right? Especially for you cellos and bass players. You can just reach up for that E flat, but it's gonna get out of tune, I promise you, if you go from this B flat to this E flat. Okay, a much safer way of reaching all the notes in tune in a closed position rather than an extended position. In a closed position would just be in third position, right? So your first finger's on your G, then your second finger or your third finger would be on your A natural. And then yes, if your fourth finger goes, it's a B flat. And then next string over without moving or shifting or anything. The next string over, here is your E flat. And then guess what? Here's your D. Then you shift back on the C. So again, names of fingers starting in measure, sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Try not to. Measure 117. 1, 3, 4. Next string over, D or E flat is 2. 1 for the D, and then you shift on the C. Okay? Much easier, right? Down, down, up, down. Make sure that you practice that after you get the fingers down. Make sure you practice that with the bow, either separately and then together. Okay, then don't forget that these go natural again in the next measure. Then you have up bows like we practiced before. Up, down, Oops. Much easier than before, right? 2, 3, 4. And yes, that was a third finger for the F sharp. And you can play this B with a third finger as well. Because B natural is third finger, right? Nice little tremolo. I don't know if you've done tremolos yet. Maybe in Avengers? Okay. Little open of the elbow motion. right there, that's kind of a bad angle to show it. Think about it like this. Okay? Maybe hold your shoulder, keep that still. It's all elbow motion. That's where you do small strokes with small muscles. Rather than the big back muscles, you do it with the small arm muscles. I'm not saying your arm muscles are small. It's not an offense. Just in comparison, right? Okay, measure 128. Yes, I said 8 weird. You're going to have that same sort of tune that the violas had, the measure before. And then these are going to be double stopped. An E and a G together. But if I remember right, you're going to have to play these up bow, because the next measure is going to be down bow. Let me double check. Let me start 124. 1, 2, ready, and. Oh, you know what? It doesn't give you bow directions on that one. Interesting. But it would equal out anyway. 2, 3, 4. And then the next measure, where we would start next time in 131, you're going to start with the down bow again. So I guess you just circle bow right there. Okay, a few notes for the bass. Bass, I'm so excited because finally you can do double stops. I don't think we got a chance for you to do double stops at the beginning of the year with that song that I had for you, the, what was it, Barn Dance. But now you have double stops. They're going to be on the open E string and the first finger on your A string. So you're going to be playing E and B at the same time. And remember, the technique for playing double stops is that you're just simply holding your bow on the angle that would cover both strings. Okay? The rhythm here, it looks more complicated than it really is. It's just beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have a B flat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And yes, you're going to be playing those with an up bow. They have planned out these bowings correctly. Then the next measure here is measure 119, C natural. Here is your A. Make sure you accent all of these, not like I'm doing. F sharp. Whoops. C natural. 2, 3. Not a C sharp. C natural. Again, second figure. B flat or B natural. You don't have tremolo like everyone else does right there at 127, but do crescendo. 3, 4. B's again. E to F sharp. And yes, you are going to be playing this again with an up bow right here, because they've got planned for you a measure 131. You're going to be playing with a down bow again. Okay, everyone. I hope you enjoyed all of those little Pixar Easter eggs behind me and around me. In the spirit of computer animation, my boys and I put together a cheesy little cartoon. All right, so enjoy and happy trails. On the mysterious island of Watafulayam, our heroes walk out on the 12th of December on 2012 and make the ritual to open the Cuckoo Rock. Then the blue running ninja came with an announcement.
Hey, we have a problem. What is it?
What is it?
We have a pirate attacking the Jedi temple.
Let's go get him.
Let's go to get him.
So the blue running ninja went to scout ahead. When he found that the pirate could do a little jig that controlled the animals. The pirate changed his voice with his jig. The Green Knight came over.
What's going on?
He made all the animals go after us. Well, that's fine, pirate. You can take the diamond that's inside the temple. Well, mighty fine idea of you. Stay around here, boys. So he went inside to discover the secrets of the temple. Until he got up to the diamond. At last, here I am. Ah! So the pirate ran away from the temple. Ah! Shrink! Ow! 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 No! Whoa! Whoa! Ah! And he was never heard from again.
Yay!
Yay! Now come with me, animals. Let's all go see our new egg. And they all lived happily ever after.